Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Count Jinsula, and welcome to another Pokemon Go discussion video. Today I'm going to be talking about yet another controversy that has hit this game, and I really do think that this one is a pretty big one. What ended up happening is that there was some rewards tied to the current Team Go Rocket event, and those rewards got nerfed down before the event started in a lot of different regions. I'm going to be talking about this controversy and why it is a long-standing issue that Niantic needs to address, so let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Okay, so let's talk about this controversy. So what exactly happened here? Well, with the Team Go Rocket event that recently launched, it introduced Shadow Latias, which I think a lot of players are not necessarily caring about. And then of course, there was a lot of different rewards with the special research that awarded stuff like Super Rocket Radars. And with the 12-kilometer egg pool getting shaken up a little bit, a lot of players were looking to get a whole bunch of these in order to get a whole bunch of 12-kilometer eggs in order to hatch some of the new Pokemon. And honestly, this is something that I was really frustrated about because Niantic really did not communicate regarding this event. They just kind of threw it at us out of the blue. And I don't necessarily have the biggest issue with that compared to what they ended up doing with this event. It seems like they kind of rushed it out and they did not test it and polish it because of course with the special research that was tied to this event, there were some rewards that were substantial but were seemingly a mistake. So what exactly am I talking about here? Well, when the event kicked off in the Asia Pacific region, there was one task within the special research that awarded 15 Super Rocket Radars. Now seemingly this was a big mistake on Niantic's part, and they quickly nerfed it down to just one Super Rocket Radar as a reward. Of course, this happened after a certain number of hours after it was released in the Asia Pacific region, so some players in those regions were able to get those 15 Super Rocket Radars. And of course, the rest of the world did not get the event yet, so they had no chance at getting this substantial reward. For the rest of us in the world, we were only able to get one Super Rocket Radar from this particular task. Now, this is extremely frustrating to me, not necessarily because I missed out on that many Super Rocket Radars, but more because Niantic made this mistake and it's very obvious that they rushed this event. Not only did we get very short notice about this event, but in general, you can tell that they just kind of threw it together because they needed some kind of filler event, and I really feel like this is something that Niantic needs to avoid, especially right now because they've been going through a lot of different controversies related to the pandemic bonuses. And of course, having that sort of negativity surround the community right now, it's not going to help the situation if they were to make big mistakes like this. And I do think this could have been completely avoided if they ramped up their testing. It really always seems to come down to that anytime they do a big update like this or some sort of event, there is a lack of polish in certain areas. And I really feel like this is something that Niantic needs to address if they are serious about mending fences with the community, especially as of late. Now, there's another reason why players were unhappy regarding this event, and I do think this one's a little bit more nitpicky because when it comes to Niantic, they probably have a release schedule for these Shadow Legendaries, but with the release of Shadow Latias, a lot of players were feeling a little bit underwhelmed. I don't necessarily blame them because Shadow Latias really has no merit in Pokemon Go, and if you were to expend your Shadow Hundo luck on Shadow Latias, then I feel for you because you would much rather get a Shadow Hundo Rayquaza or Mewtwo or something like that, and I really do feel like it would have been really nice if Niantic went that direction as opposed to Latias. But of course, they are releasing the Shadow Legendaries in order of their release, so it makes sense that they would move on to Latios and Latias as the next Shadow Legendaries. But hopefully really soon, we'll be able to get Shadow Kyogre or Shadow Groudon or even Shadow Rayquaza. I think those will make a big splash when it comes to these Giovanni battles, and it would be really nice if they were to bring back Shadow Mewtwo as well, because that is of course one of the most powerful shadows currently in the game, and I really do think that for more players to have access to that would be a good thing. But yeah, aside from that, I really do not care for Shadow Latias, and I feel like you shouldn't either. It's a Shadow Legendary that you probably should skip and save that Giovanni battle for a much better Legendary, because in case you did not know, whenever you engage in a Giovanni battle, regardless of when you complete the special research for that battle, you will be getting the Legendary that is current at the time of that battle. So if you were to save this Giovanni battle for much later, whenever they release a much better Shadow Legendary, that is probably going to be more ideal for you. But yeah, aside from these, I still think there's a lot to be excited about regarding this event, even though it was a little bit rushed. For example, they brought back Shadow Machop, which I think a lot of players have been wanting, especially because with the Ultra League, it's one of those Pokemon that are going to do a lot for you. And of course, with gym battles and raid battles, getting a whole bunch of high IV Shadow Machamps is going to take you really far. And of course, because this is a Team Go Rocket event, you are able to TM away frustration on some of those shadows that you've accumulated over the past couple of months, and that is always going to be a really good thing. You do not want to ever ignore those kind of bonuses when it comes to these Team Go Rocket events, and I really do think that every time Niantic does a Team Go Rocket event, it is something good for every single Pokemon Go player, because of course, collecting a whole bunch of Super Rocket Radars is really tedious because of the lack of Team Go Rocket grunt battles that you may come across throughout the day. But the fact that they're spawning around the clock right now means you will be able to collect as many 12-kilometer eggs as you want, and you're going to have a lot more chances at getting some of those new shiny shadows from the Team Go Rocket leader battles. So yeah, I do think that when it comes to this whole controversy, it is something that Niantic needs to pay attention to, because a mistake like this really did kind of sour what could have been a really good event. I mean, I know a lot of players are not necessarily going to care about it. Maybe there's players out there who are not even aware that this was even a thing. So yeah, I would love to know your thoughts down below regarding all of this. Let's have a great discussion in the comment section down below, and do keep it respectful. And yeah, I would love to know what the community is thinking. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to quickly touch up on some of these controversies, as well as give my own personal thoughts regarding them. But if you ended up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And of course, I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support this channel in any way, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. And yeah, that's it. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.